my guy. Let's freaking do it. Let's do it to it. That's good. I like that better. It's dark now. There we go. The light behind me. Alright. The light in front of me. Okay, that's good. Adio. Okay, that seems cool. Alright, I feel like actually starting this stream over one more time just to get a fresh start. I mean, after all, we have a minute and we have, how long have we been going? We have 30 minutes of intro. Let's just start over. Yo. We live, baby. It's your boy Chronic the MC, man. It's your man Chronic the MC, boy. And we here to review the Will Smith album, man, song by song. I did listen to it when it first dropped. I was walking in the park, and I'll just tell y'all right off the bat, my initial reaction was that it wasn't what I expected, and it wasn't. All right, let's just go through it song by song, and I'll just let y'all know right in live real time what I'm thinking.
Will Smith is canceled. Oh, you can't cancel no one. He walk around like he all invincible or somebody.
Don't be messing with Will.
He the Fresh Prince.
Okay, I can already let y'all know what I think about that one. That one reminded me of an artistic approach, something like what a Kendrick would do, A Good Kid, Mad City. You know, he's telling his story, but in an artistic way, where I feel like the artistic way on here was so he wouldn't be direct. You know, he could be indirect, and then I felt like ultimately it was dismissive. You know, he didn't really, I feel like in his interviews and stuff, he actually gives us more insight than what he did on this album. But starting with this song in particular, I feel like it was just like a reflection and a regurgitation of all the narratives that we know. If you've been on the internet, you know, the narrative, it wasn't nothing new. It was just him putting it into perspective, like a barbershop talk song. It's creative, it's cool, it's a timestamp as far as like, makes you feel like, okay, this is the new Will Smith. It's relevant to things that he's doing. I think.
Who the fuck Will Smith think he is?
Yeah, okay, he right off the bat on track one, he's cussing, who the fuck. So he's trying to break out of the box of, I'm not such a clean rapper like you guys thought. I can get raw. You know, Elliot said now he went from no cussing to too much cussing. He doesn't want to hear the Fresh Prince Will Smith cuss that damn much. And you know what I'm saying? That was funny, but me, I feel like he can say, I mean, he wants to cuss. I'm not bothered by it. But it just depends on if you use it well, if it feels authentic, if it's not corny, you know what I'm saying? He has to beat the corny allegations as well. He has to beat a few allegations coming into this. I'm not gonna lie. And being an older rapper, does he still got it? Is he any less corny, any more corny? And did he find a good balance between, you know, what he got, the advice that he got from Kendrick and Jay-Z, which was be authentic, be raw, don't be afraid to tell the stories and give the insight that you've been afraid of and that you've been running from, you know what I'm saying? Tell your truth. That's where he said, okay, based on a true story. And he got and hopefully that those sentiments didn't just inspire the title. Hopefully he went in and, you know, gave us something juicy. But here we go. Second one. Okay, I remember this one.
I'm on your TV. I ain't hard to find. I'm on your IG. Somebody said you looking for mid prime. I ain't hard to find. They waiting for me to ever get dominated. If I was you and I saw me, I see why you be activated. Took a lot, I'm back on top.
Now the tone of this is already kind of weird because it's like, this is my favorite song on the album. By the way, I'm gonna say that right now. It's the one that stuck with me after everything was said and done. Just because of the energy on the hook, even though I kind of felt like at first listen like, this is weird. It's a weird song for Will Smith, the way he sounds on there. I wouldn't think like it gives to me. It gives he didn't write it, but if he did write it, cool. I'm not trying to take away his credit as far as that. I'm just saying like it doesn't sound like a Will Smith song. It sounds like, but I like the song. I like the hook. Now as far as the verses, I gotta dive into what he's actually giving in the verses to know like, is this actually good beyond the hook being catchy and the beat being good.
Top, y'all gonna have to get acclimated. Won't stop, my shit still hot even though I won't get nominated. Personal life with my wife, mind your business is complicated. All that matters is the fact that I'm still getting compensated. Cash. I've been on my grind for a very long time. I've been on your mind for a very long time. Yeah, you got your life, but your life ain't like mine. Looking for me, you can find me where the light shine. Where the light shine.
So basically he's also saying like, besides the tone, the actual sentiment in the lyrics is, if you're looking for me, I ain't hard to find. And that can be taken a few different ways. Like in Will Smith's case, he's trying to make, with the tone, he's trying to make it seem like he wants you to take it as far as, you can find me on some gangster shit, I ain't hard to find. But really I know it's a double entendre for like giving that vibe and that tone. You ain't hard to find, blah blah blah, coming, you looking for me. But it's really him saying, about how famous he is. He's not hard to find, he's not hard to see on TV, he's not hard to find on social media. Like everybody's heard of him. This is mainly about his fame, more than. But he's kind of masking it as I'm a tough guy record, but it's just a play on, I'm so famous, I'm so everywhere, and I'm rich. And if that's the real sentiment of the second song, I feel like he's just. The tone to me, it hasn't hit. It's not giving anything that I like yet, honestly. So the first one, no, I'll take that back. I'm being too harsh. The first one, I like it. I like that song as far as the first album. The first song, the intro, the creativity, whatever, all the voices and stuff. But it gives that overproduced feeling though, than what I thought, which is cool for a track or two. Like, as long as it's okay if you be overproduced on some of the stuff, as long as you give us that one homely, authentic sound, laid back, basics, bare bones hip hop song that we all need. Beats, raw emotion. So we're gonna see if we find that one. Looking for me, I'll be honest, I feel like the rhyme and the style was kind of corny as far as the verses. You still getting acclimated, I'm still getting compensated.
I ain't hard to find, I'm easy to see. I ain't hard to find, I'm on your TV. I ain't hard to find, I'm on your TV.
I like the beat. I like the hook. It wasn't that bad. Might be the best song, I don't know. I gotta go through the rest to give it refreshers. But before I continue, I will say this about Will Smith, 'cause I don't want y'all to think that when y'all watch this that I ever been a Will Smith hater. When I first got my first MP3 player, and this had to be 6th grade. I was in the 6th grade, got my first MP3 player, hooked it up to my mom's computer to download some music off her Napster. I searched the library for anything that, I wanted to take from her library to add to my library, because, Mama gave me my music taste. She was one of the first. That's where I actually found a lot of Will Smith's albums. I'm like, okay, Big Willie. And I actually was I was listening to Will Smith, That was the time where I was listening to MP3 time was perfect, because you built your own album, you built your own library, and then you was able to curate your own world of sounds and influences that was completely isolated from what anybody else had on their MP3 player. You know what I'm saying? So that was what that era was about. Will Smith was part of that DNA for me, and the original Chronic the MC. When I started learning cadences and style and how to be corny and all that shit, I'm thinking like he was the one that taught me like corny was cool back then, because he had the TV show, then the songs was dope to me, the Fresh Prince stuff with Jazzy Jeff and all of that. Parents just don't understand, and Nightmare on My Street and blah blah blah. So, and then of course I love the summer hits and the Big Willie stuff and the summertime and the dance, the Men in Black. Like I didn't see nothing wrong with that music. I loved it as a kid, growing up, coming up. Give him his credit for that. So I only started thinking Will Smith was corny. I don't know. It was later on. We'll pinpoint that and dive into that maybe later in the video, maybe later. But at a certain point, you know, maybe something to do with the Jada stuff and all the stuff he learned about his personal life. That kind of made me feel like that. I couldn't help but to just feel like it. Not saying he is, not saying nothing's wrong with that, but that's the accusation. Those claims he got to beat. I mean, like I said, that corny DNA is in me. You know, some people could say I'm corny, whatever. It's all opinion-based perspective. But let's get back to the album. It's an opinion-based perspective that I'm giving y'all on this music, objective. So the next one, The Reverend, Rave Sermon. I remember this one,
Brothers and sisters
not
of
being
the
an actual song. I
congregation.
think it's an interlude, so we're gonna skip.
Today's sermon is called Rave in the Wasteland. Barren desert, some foreign land. That interior wasteland. Terrified. I'm talking about that place where we...
Okay, so this one is the intro for the next track, Rave in the Wasteland, as y'all can see on the track list right here. But it's a minute. It's a minute and a half intro where he's, you know, trying to be the Reverend, and he's basically saying this is gonna be a party in your soul, or an awakening of your spirit. So he's saying that he's basically hyping up the next song, saying it's gonna be an awakening of your spirit.
Place we slip into when our lives fall apart. A new way to be without adversities, obstacles, and challenges. I'm talking about a new mindset toward these hard times. When I say rave in the wasteland, I'm talking about conjuring the spirit. I'm talking about call forth the energies of gratitude and celebration.
Okay, now I just feel like his performance on this track is a little bit too theatrical. He's being like some type of mock reverend, which I get it. Will's an actor. He's gonna bring his acting hat into the booth because I guess he can't help it. But is that what I want from this? Do I want to feel like Will is just playing another character, acting? We get that from the movies, bro. I want the opposite from this. I want to feel you being candid, being real, being candid and real, okay? I don't want to feel like you're being an over theatricalized performance, blah blah blah. I don't want you to give a care if nobody likes his music, because you're an entertainer first when you care about what the audience thinks, and you're an entertainer who raps, and it's not hip hop. I'm not saying this against Will. This is just letting people know my difference between what's hip hop and what's just entertainment. And I feel like if you care too much about what the audience thinks, that's entertainment with rap on top of it. But if you're a hip hop artist like some of us are, MCs, and we claim to be, and we try to hold ourselves to, you know, the culture of what that means and what it was, we're gonna value the art form over the rest of that. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I'm saying. You know, I'm not, and that's not pointing a finger at Will with this song. It's just what's coming out of me right now. It's based on what he's giving, which is good. Any art that comes out and gives you dialogue and whatever, it's something to talk about, then it's good. It did its thing. Art is supposed to invoke emotion and evoke thought and opinions and expressions. So here we go, the next song. Let's see if this is the awakening. Let's see if this song really is the awakening of our spirit.
church tonight. We showing the work tonight. We making it burn tonight. You wanna learn tonight. We in the heart of the revelation. This is the elevation. 144,000. We have been chosen to lead the awakening. Come to the altar.
Hold on, y'all. Don't tell me they turned the BPM up on my boy. Okay, no wonder he. No wonder he gave Dot his props and saying that he helped him influence this album. He had to. He had to get on top of that narrative. He had to. Hold on, y'all. Somebody's trying to interrupt the stream. Let me. I'll be right back. Yo, 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 yo. Okay, we back. What was I saying, man? Oh, yeah. Okay, back to my point I was making. Here we go. Hold on, hold on. What this song is called? It's called... It's one of the last songs on here. Come on now. It's gotta be... Here it is.
Kendrick made you think about it.
It ain't that one. Here it go. Okay. Mr. Rave in the Wasteland. Hold on. Did he just turn up the tempo and try to redo a Kendrick song? Hold on. Hold on.
Enoch, your father should detox my calling is right on time. Transformation, I must have 1,000 lives in life.
Okay, now that's Mr. Morale and Tana Leon. Okay. Now we go back over here. Rave in the Wasteland.
Changing the culture, walking on water, part in the oceans. Stop the drama now, drop the armor down. However you living now, all's forgiven now. This is a new day.
Just listen, just listen. Turn the tempo up faster.
There's no shame, we got a room full of sinners, reaching for the Holy Ghost. Hey, stand up now.
that I'm slightly off, fighting off demons that been outside. Better known as myself, I'm a demigod. Every thought is creative, sometimes I'm afraid of my open mind. Shit on my mind and it's heavy. Tear you in pieces cause it's way too heavy. My diamonds the choke.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm about to speed it up for y'all.
Who got to give on the bed like a baby? Who keep on honest like us? Who in the line like us? Who got to give on us? Us? There's nowhere to go.
It's a rave in the wasteland, baby. It's a rave in the wasteland. It's a rave in the wasteland, baby. It's a rave in the wasteland.
There's a rave in the wasteland. There's a rave in the wasteland, baby. There's a rave in the wasteland.
I might be tripping, but it reminds me of that. Okay.
Gonna work tonight, I'm bringing the party to break the chains, light the flame, no shame. We gotta rage up down, rave in the wasteland, baby. Here go. Good luck.
That one was good. I like Rave in the Wasteland, the energy of it. I could see myself, dancing to it. It was still too theatrical for like. I'm still trying to catch that one hip hop bare bones vibe, and that one was good. But that was more of a, like you said, a rave, a Disney production feel to it. That was some Aladdin. I felt like Aladdin was fucking rapping. Not Aladdin. I felt like Genie from Aladdin was rapping. So. Was that even rap? That can't be rap. That can't count as rap. It didn't feel like rap. The tempo, I mean, it's sort of. It's not rap enough. It's not hip hop enough, sonically. But, and would I say that about the Kendrick one? I mean, it's similar. I don't know. But Kendrick's a different artist, so I don't know. He is hip hop just because the lyrics and the stuff he puts on it, and the style that he does to it. This was hip hop, but just a little bit commercial. All right, here we go. Hard Times with Tiana Taylor. I don't remember this one, so I might have to listen to this. I don't remember this one, so I might have to listen to it all the way through. Hold on.
Yo, I'm a creator of sweet magic. Just wave my wand and you can grab it. It's like abracadabra and you can have it. No dream for me is too elaborate, but this ain't all top hats and rabbits. Sometimes truth could be savage, sometimes life could be tragic, but we just love through the madness, through the pain, the mistakes, and the sadness, through the rain and the breaks and the static. Living in a world that attacks us, we stay centered with our hearts on axis. Preach.
Okay.
When I open my eyes, wide awake, still dreaming. No dream needed. My dream girl beaming. No past the future, present in the moment. So bad you got to be a good omen. Beautiful, you belong in the moment. They just found out, we always known it. Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you priceless, despite that you antsy, huh? Yeah, we fight some, but we end up dancing, huh? I say you looking at me, you think I'm handsome, huh? Yeah.
Okay, Hard Times with Tiana Taylor. That might be my new favorite. It's up there about equal with You Looking For Me. Matter of fact, that's better than You Looking For Me. That's my new favorite, Hard Times. And really with that one, I don't really have much to really critique it with. I liked it. I felt like it was the type of hip hop sonically that I like, hip hop and R&B type of vibe with some soul in there. It was still a little bit on the commercial end, which a song like that is designed to kind of, be appealing and it's still hip hop. Like, you feel me? That type of vibe. That reminds me of that reminds me of something that he could have threw like Joey Badass on, or a Corday, something like that. Alright, Beautiful Scars, Obanga.
Fly as an eagle, fresh out of Philly. Yeah, I still rep the city. Mirrors on the wall, worth half a billy. Cause I'm an icon, somebody you could base your life on. That you should place your sights on. Shot on cannons and Nikons. Turn the cameras and lights on. I've been about to action, master actor. I still rap, feel like Mike when they turn the mic on. And I got will until the wheels fall off. That's just the will I am. My will power got these cowards saying, goddamn, we just won't quit, won't fold and won't switch. I wrote the code, I'm Mr. Smith. Cause this is the matrix, this is my regular basis. I am a headache players, I'm playing my ace in every card with.
I will say this. At this point, I'm realizing that based on the first song and the second song, he made it feel like we was gonna get something juicy. And based on when he said, tell your truth and get raw. Yeah, he's cussing and getting raw. If getting raw is just cussing, but you're not really telling us nothing, then what's the point? And at this point, I feel like he actually pump faked this with making us feel like we were going to get something juicy and raw. And then right after the second song, boom, he pump fakes and he gives us like this conscious gospel album. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing at all. I mean, I'm just saying it's a realization. Based on the tone that I'm getting from the first two songs, I'm like, okay, get into it. Get gritty, get dirty, talk about the kids, talk about the wife, talk about your life, get a world something to be like, hell, give us some headlines, Will. Headline Will. Come on, it's Big Willie. You're supposed to drop and it's supposed to be headlines. I'm sorry. I'm just sorry. Red Table Talk. You gonna let all this shit happen? Where's your August Alsina diss? Where's your give it to us? But, I mean, maybe some stuff was scrapped. It was too personal. And I feel like with this album, he's going to try to say, well, this is him trying to be more vulnerable and personal and raw and tell his story. What's the story so far that y'all getting from this? The story is, from the first song, I heard all this stuff on the internet. Okay. Second one, I'm famous and rich. Okay. Third one, get ready for this awakening and gospel explosion. Fourth one, dance and think about the Lord. Fifth one, I don't remember what the fifth one was because it wasn't. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me play the fifth one. Papa!
I've been a desperado, now y'all know what I know. I was.
Well, I got the keys to heaven, but I know things of hell. Well, I give my life bulletproof.
Yo, settle down, the preacher's about to preach. Got long arms, ain't nothing I can't reach. Been through it all, now I'm ready to teach. When the checker joker, when to stay in your seat. Yo, it's hard being a gunslinger. Being trapped inside a fun singer. For 3 decades, I've been a sunbringer. You can sum me up on just one finger. Pick one, anyone, they all apply to me. Whatever finger you pick, just don't lie to me. Cause if we friends, you flip and do something fly to me. My body might stay, but you can say goodbye to me. Disloyalty to me is like a robbery. Cause when I love you, it's like you hit the lottery. I am invincible, I am the anomaly. Whole world against me, and it ain't even bothering me.
I got the keys to heaven, but I know
Okay, so in this one, he's basically saying that through all the adversity, he came out unbothered. Which, that's just something you tell yourself. That's cat. I'm supposed to believe that was part of your true story? That none of that shit bothered you? That's the story. Okay, so let's go back over it. I heard everything they said. I'm rich and famous. I'm gospel. I'm awoke. I'm bulletproof. I'm unfazed by anything that happened. Hard times. We all go through shit, but it's cool. Okay, this is more of like sentiments more than like I'm getting a storytelling album. You're gonna call it based on a true story, but there's no storytelling. There's no details. There's no juice. There's no grit. But it's cool. I mean, I'm just coming at this with a critical character that I want to interject right now. This is not really like me trying to hate on the album. Shout out and one love to Will Smith. But I'm just keeping it real about this album, about this music, alright? Here we go. Tantrum with Joyner Lucas, the one that I was waiting on. I knew Joyner Lucas was going to have a hand in reviving Will's rap career after he did the ode to Will, and Will responded and did the remix with Joyner and rapped the best he ever rapped in his whole career. He should have came up with a follow-up double album with Joyner Lucas. I know he's put Joyner Lucas in a few movies and what have you, and their relationship has blossomed, and this is the result of it. This next song right here, Tantrum. Do we even get through Beautiful Scars? Oh, okay, let's get through this one.
Life is confusing, I hate when I lose it, but I fix the music, cause why did he do it? See, I'm only human. It's the beautiful scars, yeah. It's the beautiful.
So in this one, he's actually lying because it contradicts what he said over here in Bulletproof. I told you that that's just some shit you say, and it was cap. But let's get to the truth. He got a little bit to the truth on this one. Beautiful Scars, saying that he did have scars, saying that it did leave some marks. He did feel that pain. He wasn't unfazed. How you unfazed and it left a scar? But he's saying there's beauty in going through that, which, okay, the first thing that I can sit and land with and I can resonate with. Let's listen to the song.
Scars, yeah. I done fell about 1,000,000 times. Now I rise up to get closer to God. It's the beautiful scars, yeah. It's the beautiful scars, yeah. I done fell about 1,000,000 times. Yeah. Now I rise up to get closer to God.
When you keep it G and beat the odds, that's what you call God. Closer to God, like I'm in a synagogue. I had to quit tripping over shit that isn't worth the fall, you know. Back against the wall, my whole life a work of art. Younger me will blame everybody else like it's they fault.
So for this one, good production, good hook, chorus, good feature. Big Sean fits on this perfect. Will Smith and Big Sean, I feel like they go together. Big Sean is the new Will Smith as far as being looked at as somebody that's just a little bit in the corny space. Let me talk about the League of Corn a little bit in case y'all don't know. Now it's like any rapper that has any type of lyrical sensibility, it gets thrown in that box. But you can still be lyrical and beat the Corn allegations. This is possible. But here's the people that haven't. Hobson, he's been in the Corn box. And this is not me saying that these corny. This is me taking the information that I've got off the internet and trying to figure out, who's in that box and the memes and all of that. Here is what the consensus is. Hobson, J. Cole, Chance the Rapper, Logic, who else? Let me name somebody who isn't in that box. Montana 300. He's one of the most lyrical people, but he's never been put in the corny box. You know what I'm saying? So if you're unproblematic and lyrical, maybe like nerdy or maybe like whatever, then you get put in that box. So Will Smith, I feel like, is in that same category. It's kind of like Big Sean. This is a good collab. That's all. I'm overanalyzing it. All I wanted to say with this was a good collab, and I feel like they go good together. I feel like this is a new generation and old generation song. With Joyner Lucas, yes, he's looked at as corny too and stuff, but his style is so different from what a Will Smith was on. Like, Will Smith was never the most lyrical chopper. So I put him more so with the choppers, Tech 9 and stuff. But let's hear it. It's Beautiful Scars.
See you realize I'm a living legend, I'm a die legend. I ain't trying.
One who converts conversations with the congregation. The scripture is in the verse. I'm to manifest through my mentality. The only real is my reality. I rebuild with the broken pieces that are shattered on the floor. I am healed by the I'll be around for another millennium. You at the top of the pyramids, I am the pinnacle.
I like his lyrics in that. It felt real. It felt vulnerable. It felt appropriate. This might be the best song. Yup, this is the best song. It takes over hard times.
Wide awake, still dreaming.
Definitely. See that one, when I go back to that one, it gives more to commercial. And now that I've heard this is the one where it's not commercial. It sounded like he could have put Ricky Rose on there. Maybach music. And it would have had a third verse that would have went into the good catalog music. This is a good catalog song.
Feeling cursed words on myself, kids.
If any song I'll take away so far is this one, Beautiful Scars. Alright. Tantrum. You better go off! This is supposed to be the hype one. Now, the song with Big Sean is supposed to be, you know, like I just said, that's the catalog piece where you go back and you a million and you feel it in your heart and your emotion. This one is supposed to be the one with Joyner Lucas. I'm just saying on paper. I don't know. I haven't heard it. I don't know. Remember what this song is. I haven't heard it. This is the part where I don't think I made it through the rest of this album without, you know, skipping through. So I don't remember what this sounds like, but I do know when I see Joyner Lucas, I want to hear a lyrical performance, and I want some of those bars to kind of like have some shock value, and I want to even hear Will keep up with him. I just want to be impressed lyrically and sonically. I want it to be an up-tempo hype banger, you know. So let's see. This is supposed to be some shit you could hear Eminem on. When you hear Joyner Lucas and Will Smith, you're supposed to hear Logic on this too. They should have had Logic on this. I'm just
Back
saying.
on my journey, I'm taking my chances, searching and questioning, looking for answers, hoping this medicine heal all the damage. My inner child keep throwing a tantrum. Why does my ego keep holding me ransom? Why does my fear control me at random?
Logic gets it. He has a song with Will Smith on one of his albums. So I don't see why Will Smith should have threw Logic on this album. It would have been a good look for him.
Life can get ugly, but fuck it, I'm handsome. I'm about to face all this shit I've been running from. You might relate to the places I'm coming from. I've been through trauma, I thought I'd recover from. I got regrets. You heard about some of them. This is gonna make my heart bang like a rubber drum. I will not sugarcoat this up with bubble gum. Going through troubles, I hate what the trouble done. I hate to be the thing that people suffer from. You cannot replicate me.
I like his rap voice in this one, and I like his flow in this one. Will Smith. This is the Will Smith album that I should have got. More of these, but I feel it when you're global like him. I guess he's got to fit in all these little check marks and boxes, you know. But he could have damn near did a few of Tantrums, a few Beautiful Scars, One Hard Time, and that would have been the album for me. But let me see.
Me, I'm a one-on-one, you are not one of them. Damn, if I die, then there won't be another one. I'm always number one. After the rain, then I know that the sun will come. I see the life, and you cannot replicate me. I'm a one-on-one, you are not one of them. Damn, if I die, then there won't be another one. I'm always number one. After the rain, then I know that the sun will come. I see the life in the treetops. I am not God, but I know I'm a son of them. You just a son of a biatch. I know exactly just what they've been doing. They counted me out, but your numbers ain't showing. I know where I've been, I don't know where I'm going. If you on the boat, then you better keep rowing. Cause I'm so way up, I might get me a bone. Flying with angels, they send me a omen. The devil try get me, the forces are with me. Oh Jesus, come lift me, cause this is my moment. And woo!
Back on my journey, I'm taking my chances, searching and questioning, looking for answers, hoping this medicine heal all the pain.
I took my traumas and made it.
Hand it over,
I don't know how you sleeping on the damage. My imagination is I've been living like a me.
doing no trends, finding myself with the mute.
Lyrically, flow-wise, it's good. Beat is good, but this just sounds like a throwaway Joyner Lucas song. Like, I like the Will parts on it actually more than I like the Joyner parts on it, because I know Joyner's back goes harder than this. I felt like he softened up to try to make Will shine more, but I wanted him to go another extra level. He should have went into them triplet. triplet flows. Like he go take it to an extra step, impress us, say something shocking. They kept it to on the one on the monotone in the pocket, and it's just like it's just too in the pocket. Like give us something more, which is cool. They didn't know. They thought this was 2000. They thought this was 2020 or some shit. I don't know. Maybe it could have worked then, but for me now, give us a beat switch. Give us something. Like it's not exciting. It's the same 3 minutes all the way through.
Been looking for answers, hoping this medicine heal the damage. Back on my journey, I'm taking my chances, searching and questioning.
See what I just did there? It's the same. Which that's my only critique. That doesn't make it a bad song. All right, First Love. Trying to be Kendrick again, I see, with the mariachi singers.
I want that first high, I want that first passion, I want them first hugs, I want them hard cries, I want that first love, I want that first love, you know that first smile, you know that first chuckle, I want that first wow, I want that first chill, I need that first will, I want that first moment, feel like the earth still, I want that Adam and Eve, snakes be trying to deceive us, poison our mind with the E, but I don't be trying to believe, nobody said it be E.
I'm sorry. I can't get through this one. Somebody get this Zorro Hobio shit out of here. Come on, man. Somebody get this goddamn Nacho Libre Toro Toro. And I'm not even trying to be racist, you know. I'm only saying that to be like, this ain't Will. Like, if I was showing up to a Hispanic event or something cultural, then I would have appreciation for that. And I'm not saying I can't appreciate it here, but that wasn't it. That was not a blending of both worlds in a good way. And that's not something I need from Will's hip hop album. I need him to come back and do this for hip hop. I don't need all these pop and all these crossover Disney productions, okay? Let's go to the next one. I don't know why I'm annoyed at the beat. From a Will Smith song, I do not want the beat to come on sounding like that. And I don't see no features on it, so this makes me mad because I want to hear an African artist like Wizkid or like something on here, or like give me an Afrobeat artist on this singing in a nice voice, and yes, or give me some like give me Tyler, give me something on this beat, but not Will Smith. Is he gonna do an accent? Is he gonna sing? Oh, lilo, lilo, lo, yeah, yeah. Let's see what he does with it.
They say you make it look easy. They really mean that. I never show that I'm bleeding. I make it look easy. I make it look easy. Yeah, yeah. I make it look easy. Yeah, yeah. I make it look easy. I make it look easy.
Give it to me when the game on the line. Rain or shine, all fine, all fine. Yeah. Give it to me when we running out of time. Get behind me when they coming for you, coming for you. I take the hits and the misses, the risk and the disses. Even when they happy, you they vicious.
I take it all back. That's a bop. They put the African art. They didn't credit him, which I want to know who that is on the hook. But they did it. They put the African artist sound in there, which goes good. And then what Will Smith is adding to it, it's not offensive. It's not bad. He's not doing a little over performative voice. Will Smith, ain't happening to me. He's actually, you know, on some smooth shit with it, and it reminded me like, okay, this is his bag. Summertime. This is the new age that. Just don't try to come with no African accent or nothing, and just be smooth with it. Talk your stuff,
That don't change who Will Smith is. The architect, the artist that they call for when they hearts a messin'. Star from West Philly, Parks and Recs, they ain't lost a step. You are correct.
I like that.
It's the key to life. Be the light. See the light. Cause I don't do it, that's my soul in it. Everybody wanna win the whole thing. Haters, they be acting like it's no thing. See, I'm one of them ones that won the whole thing. But we ain't gotta talk about the moon rings. Cause life gon' keep lifing. Knives gon' keep knifing. Spite gon' keep spiting. And that's why the light gon' keep lighting. Hey, hey.
I'm actually not mad at that song from Will Smith. I would keep that in. I would keep that in. The Reverend sermon. We got another Reverend sermon. Okay. I'm not a fan of the Reverend sermon.
Brothers and sisters,
maybe this one hits my heart.
let us take this moment to pause. Tune into your
This ain't Will this
Take
time.
your attention to your loved ones. One of the things I've learned in this life is that everybody is going through something. Everybody.
I just realized that is Will. That did not sound like Will at first, but now I hear it.
Is having a hard time. Everybody you pass on the freeway, everybody you see in the store, every eye you catch on the street is going through something.
I see what he's doing, and I like it a little bit, but I feel like it's cringy a little bit because from Will Smith, one of the OGs, I want you to keep it real with me. This is like if you was to have a talk with one of your OGs, you want him to do all this performative ass voice and this goofy coon shit in your ear. You need to just talk to me like a man, and he should have just came for real. Like, yo, this is Will Smith from Philly, and this is my heartfelt shit. Why you gotta play a character to give us the real shit? It contradicts. That's not you. That's a character. That reverend shit you're trying to. You need to put your soul in that. I don't. It takes away. It undermines the fact that I want Will Smith to be like, yo, this is Will. This is Will Prince Smith, whatever his middle name is, and give us some real shit to make it feel more real. Like the accent and all that takes away from it. The acting, like leave the acting in Hollywood and get in the booth with you. And when he does that, it makes me feel like if people might argue, well, that is him, the acting. It's become part of who he is now. It's integrated so deep. But that's what he needs to do to be able to come back into an authentic rap space, is to remove the two. Keep the acting shit out of it. Yes, it's similar. I've even taught before when I'm teaching people how to approach the booth and how to approach rapping. I use acting as imagine you're acting is when you go action, you get into character, you summon that, but you're summoning that character from somewhere that's authentic. It's not you trying to pull it from outside of something that which maybe with his generation. He grew up, maybe he had somebody that talked like this, and that's in his soul and his authentic heart to do that. But for me, I feel like that's the stereotypical pickaninny preacher sound. I never grew up in the church where people were like that deep, that sounded like that. I know there was here and there, but I never could take it serious, to be honest. For me, I don't take it serious because it makes me think of sexual chocolate. I was somewhere, and I have, collection plates, please. No, dude, that reverend shit out of here. All right, next. Sunday Service Choir, the same one that works with Kanye.
Don't give up on me, I need you to hold on. Know you deep up in the storm, but I know you can fix it. Hey, don't lose sight of me.
Tightrope on the wire, I see you broken and tired, and all your hope is expired. You're just done with the chains and the games and the shame, and the world is insane. All the pain from the flames that you walk through, but no one to talk to, a ghost that'll haunt you and thoughts that'll.
This one's cool, but it's too preachy. The album is already too preachy and motivational. Can we just get a good times, good vibe, summertime, based on a true story? but it's too much preaching and message. How is it based on a true story, but you're preaching the whole album instead of telling us the story? I mean, I get it in a sense. Like, as we're gonna try to follow the narrative one more time after I get through with this to see if the story makes sense, but I don't really want to finish this. You can make it. I get it. You can make it. That's the whole point. It's a motivation, inspiration song, and I love those. But
Don't taunt you, trying to heal with the battles of healing. If God is for real, you just wonder, reveal. Listen, got nothing left. Keep going.
beautiful, beautiful. He's got his son on there, father and son. That's personal. That's intimate. What are they gonna reveal together? Maybe they had a conversation and decided, okay, we're deciding to share something. And they got Russ on there. So this might be a good one. Let's hear it. This better be the best song on the album.
I'm a work of art. Baby, look at me. I'm a work of art. Now they framing me, painting in the dark. For the deadbeat, I'm a work of art. As I live and breathe.
I am the paint, and I'm the brush, and I'm the canvas. I am a saint, but if you touch, I am a savage. I am a Libra, but I identify as a Cancer. I am the tongue, truth and the lie, both in tandem. I am the sun, and I'm the rain, and I'm the wind. I am for real, and I'm pretend. I am Musa, I am Jesus, I am Judas.
Okay, I did hear this. So this was the single he was pushing. I didn't know that was Jaden on there, but I can tell right away that Russ wrote this whole song and gave it to them and just had the idea, put Jaden on this. And it's not a bad song, but it did get made fun of a lot for some of the lines. I'm a Libra, but I identify as a Cancer or something he said, which I don't think is a bad line if you think about it, but I'm not about to think about it because I don't really know what he's trying to say with that, but I'm sure it's a good bar. Comes off a little corny, that whole song. I mean, with that sound, I don't know if it go together, those two worlds, Jaden Smith and Will Smith. And they're making a song where he's talking about
I am the judge, I am the victim, I am a leader.
I'm a work of art.
On the road speed, just made it roll more. My name like we don't send a person.
Wear the crown, but I won't bow down unless I'm a king over the lion. Every minute I'm defiant, and everybody wanna be a lion until it's time to do lion shit.
I'ma lead till I die. Follow me to the peak. Through fire, in my dreams, out of reach. On the horizon, what I see, mystery, the surprises.
I like that part. I like the bridge. I like the latter part of the song. Everything up until the end was just like, felt like they were trying to build up for Russ's part. After Russ's part, like, okay, cool. What the hell are you doing here on a song with Jaden and his father? And then it goes back to Will, and Will actually kills it in the end. And I liked what he's doing at the end, but it still doesn't feel like raw enough for me because he's like, everybody want to be a lion till it's time to do lion shit. And really that line is everybody wants to be black till it's time to, like, I kind of get what he's getting at, but I want to hear him say that. Like, everybody wants to be a Nick. That would have been more hitting it because everybody wants to be a lion. What the fuck is he talking about? I don't want to be a lion. I want to be me. I want to be a human. I want to be a, but I'm trying to figure out what he meant by that. He wants to maybe leader. Everybody wants to be a leader until it's time to lead. And he should have just said that, kind of like everybody wants to be a leader till it's time. Everybody wants to be lion till it's time to do lion shit. It's like, that's a bar for the lions, dude. Say something for niggas. But I ain't gonna just nitpick that one bar like.
The energy, and I ain't come alone, I brought my symphony. My life, my love.
As time,
I can't see myself ever playing that again.
Oh, my dear beloveds.
Another Reverend Sermon skit, and he's doubling, tripling down on the accent and the character. All right.
Sadly, our time together is drawn to an end. But I would like to say to you, to remind you that you are a work of art. You do not have to be perfect to deserve love. Beauty, you are.
The things he was saying were good, but like I said, the same thoughts. He undermines it with playing such a performative ass character. Leave that Hollywood shit over there and be a motherfucking. I mean, I get it. That's part of hip hop, being theatrical. As people say about Kendrick, like Kendrick's theatrical. He does voices and characters too to convey his point, but that's because Kendrick's not an actor. So I feel differently when he brings that type of skill set into the booth, because we're not used to seeing him in movies for all our damn life. The same thing about being typecast. When like certain artists, certain actors, you can't see them in certain positions and roles because it's like, nah, we used to seeing you over here doing this, so we don't believe you as this. And that's what it kind of is. Like, I want to separate that. Maybe I'm alone on that. Maybe they love the acting and the theatrics and the performative shit and the overproduction shit and the Disney theater aspect of it. That was an aspect that I could have removed from, and I wanted it to be more bare bones, more real and authentic too. Just like, I mean, a few good examples. LL Cool J had a great album. Common and Pete Rock had a cool album. Ice Cube had a great album. There's a lot of OGs dropping shit that feels like it's. I mean, then again, this is Will Smith, so why would you come in with, like Jeremy Heck said, you're not really supposed to come in with great expectations, but it could have been worthy of something more than what I felt like it gave. But much success to this. 37 minutes, 14 songs based on a true story. Real quick, we're gonna figure out what the story was, and then we're off of here. First song, the story is, I hear what the internet is saying. I'm rich and famous, you see me everywhere, and I'm unbothered. I have a preacher inside of me that's about to come out and awaken your spirit. Dance, 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 and awaken your spirit. All the shit that happened to me, I was bulletproof and I was unfazed, and I'm still here. We all go through hard times, but just gotta smile and push through. All the stuff that I went through actually left scars and actually did faze me, but it's beautiful. This one, I don't even remember what the song was about. Tantrum. They rapped. I throw tantrums. Okay. I threw a tantrum. Okay. Maybe that's about the Chris slap. I threw a tantrum. All right. First love. He's talking about what he want. I want that first love. I want that first kiss. I want that first. Like, what part of that is a story? I don't know. Make it look easy. He makes it look easy. The Reverend comes back. You can make it. Preaching to you about how you can make it. Work of art. You're still working on yourself at the end of the day. Okay. That's the story, and that barely sounded like a story to me, right? Maybe somebody else can put it into better context, but I was just keeping it real, man. This Will Smith album, L. I loved it. L for love. Peace.